be. All right, I think I can flip it around. All right, I'm here with my nutritionist, and I wanted to share with y'all how you can still fuel and eat great tasting food and foods that don't inflame your body and cause all this other stuff. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that we're making healthy, what is it?
Tacos.
Healthy tacos tonight. And so in these healthy tacos, one of the key things that I've learned when we go grocery shopping is you have to read. Read what's in the food, because the foods nowadays are not the same foods that our parents used to eat. It's like somewhere along the line they transitioned and started putting chemical-based foods. What she calls it, man-nipulated. Get it? Man-nipulated? Get it? Yeah. So they put chemicals in the foods now, and with the understanding that if you want to keep something from somebody, you put it in a what? In a book. So typically the back of the ingredients of these items are books, and most people don't read what they put in their body. I'm trying to see, do we have anything that I can show them, like a chemical, like some chips. We got okay. I want to show y'all. You think those?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. For instance, so some of these ingredients. Kind of talk about this. Like, let's go in the kitchen.
Okay.
So, like, check this out, y'all. So, some of the stuff that's in these ingredients, like you wouldn't eat this raw, and so they in these chemical labs they put all this stuff in these foods to make it taste good. So, okay. So slow poison, I'm gonna go back to myself. So slow poison is what you're eating. So you got to ask yourself, if rat poison was in front of you and it tastes good, would you eat rat poison? And if you say yes, then the thing is, that's crazy as ever. But you want to understand that if you're eating specific foods with chemicals in it, over time, it may not make you drop dead right away, but over time, it's going to cause things like cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes, joint pains. All of these illnesses that lead you to death is what comes from eating poison.
It's a slow death.
It's a slow death. What do you call it? Sweet
death.
Sweet death. So they make it taste really good. They make the poison taste really good, and then you end up. So this is Velveeta cheese. How many people eat Velveeta cheese? All right, so what am I looking at? First thing, what do I have to look at right here?
Read outside the box. You want to check your sugars and your carbs.
So one of the things we know about sugars itself, typically, I know this may sound crazy, but you want to pull back from eating more than 25 grams of carbs a day. And these are typically called fast carbs. Now, slow carbs are like vegetables.
Right.
All right. But fast carbs, you want to not put more than 25 grams in your body a day. Think about that. So you need to look at this to understand that, okay? And then your sugars cause inflammation, large amounts of inflammation. So if you look at your body, if you were able to see what was happening to your body after you ate a meal, you would see that it's almost like you got scars all on the inside of your body after you consume sugar.
This is one of the tricks, because most of the time people would not associate sugar in macaroni and cheese.
Oh my God. So educated me on that it's sugar in things that it's not sweet. So it's like, why are they putting sugars in food? So sugar, why they putting sugar in food? Sugar. All right, so ain't no more green beans. All right, all we got is mashed potato and corn. All right, so what am I looking at right here?
You want to read outside the box. If you run into ingredients that you can't pronounce or you're unfamiliar with.
So what I want you all to do, I know we don't have a phone. If somebody could, okay, so enriched macaroni product, wheat flour.
Does it say food?
It does not say food. It
What
just
does it
say
say
product.
product?
Oh my God. I don't even know what I'm oh my God about. Wheat flour, niacin. What the hell is a niacin?
Google it.
Google what niacin is.
Okay, so if you have to use all of your phonics,
riboflavin, folic, culture salt, milk, whey protein concentrate. All right, lactic acid, sodium. See, sorbic acid as a preservative. So typically, these are the things that keeps this stuff able to sit on the shelf. This is something I told my sons the other day.
That's cheese that's sitting on a shelf. Cheese.
Cheese. How in the world is cheese able to be preserved so long? So you got to ask yourself, if this is able to sit on the shelf for X amount of time, when you consume it and chew it and liquefy it and break it down, it still has the preservatives in it. So is it being preserved in your body?
Yeah.
Right, sitting on the shelf somewhere in your body, and they call that fat, right?
Right.
So this is the thing. You can stay as close to natural as possible. That's some of the things that I've learned over the years, is to stay as close to natural as possible. So when you read the ingredients, what am I looking at here?
Take a look at your carbs.
Take a look at my carbs right here.
a look at your
All right, so
sugar.
I'm 20 grams. I got 1 gram of sugar right there. All right. And I want you to understand some things about fat. You got such things as good fat and bad fat. But, all right, so I'm going to look at my ingredients.
Right.
All right, so almond flour. So almond flour is good.
Almond flour is good. It comes from a nut. That's natural protein.
Comes from a nut. All right, natural protein. Tapioca flour.
Again, another clean flour.
Another clean flour. Water. We know that's good for you. You need to eat things that are typically filled with water. So vegetables, the less you die. That is a proven fact. The more calories that you put into your body, the faster you are to death. So if you want to live longer, pull back from the amount of calories you put in. And if you want to die, you ready to die, eat a lot of calories. Period, point blank there. Period, poo. All right, sea salt. Xanthan gum. Okay.
Xanthan gum is basically a natural binder. So when you are cooking cleaner, typically you're removing gluten.
Okay.
All right. And so gluten is an ingredient that kind of holds stuff together.
Okay.
Especially when you're baking.
So gluten is good for you?
No, it is not.
Okay, so gluten
This is
not
what
good.
replaces gluten. Xanthan gum. This is a natural binder.
Okay, so a
Okay.
natural binder is what we want. So understand this: in nature, things tend to hold themselves together. When it's more man. Allows you to be able to consume it. So if your body can't consume it, you end up gaining weight, right? So your body doesn't know what to do with a preservative. Your body doesn't know what to do with things that are not of nature.
Right.
Okay, so you got to be conscious, everybody. You got lettuce right here, iceberg lettuce. What else? I want to give you all a good. Okay.
Taco seasoning.
So we got taco seasoning.
Homemade taco seasoning.
Homemade taco seasoning. Hey guys. Hey. We got homemade taco seasoning here. I don't know what it's made out of, but okay, here's the ingredients right here. So this homemade taco seasoning, we're making tacos tonight, and you can look up the ingredients, guys. If you want to stay healthy, you know, it's fun too, cooking with your family, you know, like teaching your family things. So is what's killing a lot of our friends and family members. Convenience has become convenient poison to grab. So as you don't take time to know what's in your food, you are literally choosing your own death sentence. Okay, we got chili powder here.
This is paprika.
This is paprika. Okay, paprika.
Paprika.
Paprika. I'm sorry, pappy, like pappy. Paprika. Cinnamon powder. Cumin. Cumin is really good for you. Like, that is something found in like saffron, one of the most expensive ingredients in the world. Cayenne pepper. Okay. If you just actually put some lemon and some water in the morning, sprinkle some cayenne pepper in your water, we all know about alkalinity, and many of us are not drinking the healthiest amount of water that we can consume. So just knowing hacks that you can get some of that free water and put some lime and some Himalayan salt in it. And Himalayan salt is this right here, this pink stuff. It's really good for you. It does a lot of things. You can Google that.
A lot of minerals.
Lots of minerals. And a lot of the things that you really want to pay attention to is stuff that's amazing for your brain. A lot of people will, tend to think that you own something when your brain is illuminated, but really it's about the foods that you choose to fuel with. Brain food, which are things such as high fats. I'm going to show you these almonds. These almonds are really high in fat. Now, men, this is going to help you in so you can, but you got to be conscious of your colon as well, man. So when you grab these almonds, you want to grab a handful of these almonds. Raw almonds, not salted. Yeah, raw almonds. Look at her telling y'all. Look, ladies,
So
she's talking to y'all.
You can add a little bit of avocado oil to them.
Okay.
Then put a little bit of, make sure it's your good Himalayan pink salt, sea salt. And then you can roast them in the oven.
Okay. So you hear that? If you'd like them salted,
you're in control
of the amount of salt that you're putting in your body.
What type of salt?
Not the amount, just type.
Mindful of, was it manipulated or is it just natural minerals?
Gotcha.
Okay.
So men, this is the thing that you want to do. If you want little man down there to start getting right, all the way right at wheel right. Almonds are going to begin to float. Okay, so you drop them in there and you just let them, and then you see how they sink to the bottom. You want to get them to the consistency to where they float. This is going to make it easy on your colon to digest it. And when you get these done in about an hour or 2 or 3, the longer the better. They may not float, but the majority of them will. Then consume these almonds. This will have Johnson on right. Men, you will get that bounce back. Now, of course, there are some other health benefits that you need to start adding to your diet as it begins to come back. But this gives you that natural blood flow to make that blood flow come back like you were 15 or 16 again, guys. So this is a hack for those. Have her as our nutritionist to help change our diets to get us back healthy, and we have some amazing videos and footage. She has a Facebook group that she does as a private Facebook group. It's $50 a month to get access to this information, but every day she's showing different various recipes and things that you can do, natural things that you can do to get your body and your brain, your mind, body, and soul to where you can become a high-level thinker and producer and remove the inflammation out of your body. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll be posting a link to that so that you can get access to a lot of these hacks that will literally change the game for you. And, of course, I'll be making my guest appearances in there as well. And I can't wait for you all to see the results from 30 days. She did this with her father, I believe. And in how long did he lose 40 pounds or 20 pounds?
11 days.
11 days. Wasn't he taking a lot of medicine?
He was taking blood pressure medicine. He was experiencing some issues with his prostate, issues with his libido, as well as
what's libido?
That's that man thing.
Oh, that manipulation down there. That manipulation. Okay. So he was experiencing that. Okay.
So we all, have a libido.
I got you.
But it's your sex drive basically.
Okay.
But it was a lot more prominent in a man, and I
Gotcha.
don't have to go into why.
Right.
However, he was dealing with that as well as a lot of acid buildup in his stomach.
Wow. Like it's a diet. You mentioned it's a diet.
Well, it's not a diet because diets have expiration dates.
Right.
So this is a lifestyle, right?
So
so it's not something. It really depends on how important is your health to you. How fast do you want the results?
Right.
If you're okay with slow results, then you can ease into it, and you can incorporate small changes on a daily basis.
Right.
You don't have to go hard body karate like we do, because we also have other goals in mind, and so we're wanting to do things a lot quicker.
Right.
And so we literally can do what would take the slow progress would be about 2 years. We could do this in a matter of 2 months.
So what it would normally take a diet. So let me ask you this. So what it would normally take a person 2 years to get the results. You're saying these hacks that you implement in 2 months, people can not only lose weight, because that's a byproduct of doing the right thing, but literally
that's baseline health. If you're healthy, you're not going to be fat.
I got you. Your body's going to automatically shrink back to its natural state.
Right.
But also long-term substance. Like thinking clear. I noticed that in the last 20 or so days, like the foggy brain from eating specific foods. I do pretty good, but when I remove some of these foods out of my diet, my focus, I'm able to meditate for literally hours at a time now, as opposed to like 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time.
But one of the things that we're affecting by eating this way is to change the primary fuel mix, right?
Okay, explain that. So hold on. So these are the people watching. Like you saying fuel mix. Like, so what, I'm putting gas in my body? What I mean?
Basically, your body. You have to look at your body like you would your car. You gotta fill up in order for it to go, right?
So fuel mix. So like explain that.
Okay, so basically, a lot of people, if you're eating on a traditional northern diet, you're getting a lot of sugar. You're fueling off of sugar and carbs.
Wow.
Okay, because that's what is in most of our foods, especially our convenient foods.
Okay.
If you're not actually putting your hands to the plow and like touching and making your foods and adding your own ingredients, then you're definitely eating something that's been manipulated, that's been genetically modified, that has preservatives, that has ingredients in it that your body does not recognize, so it does not know what to do with them.
So your body fueling off of carbs, like what are some of the effects of that?
So basically, carbs and sugar is not a sustainable fuel source.
So what happens if I fuel off of it?
Basically, you burn right through it. If you've ever experienced a crash, or you eat donuts, or you eat bagels.
So like if I eat after lunch, if I'm at work or something and I eat and then it's like I come back sleepy, that's because my body is burning sugar.
Right. And it's not sustainable.
So I can't last.
So
by the time I get home, I ain't got no energy for the kids. Can't give it to the wife.
Exactly.
None of that, right? The wife can't give it to the husband either, right?
Exactly.
You know, no energy for nobody else.
Because women, we have hormones
going
against us as well. Like this also causes the things that are in our foods also cause chemical imbalances, right? And so that affects us hormonally as well.
Oh my God!
So you have women that suffer from thyroidism.
Guys, get your women on this ASAP.
Women that have bad mood swings. They're angry. They experience terrible cycles and menstruation. Like it's a whole thing. So
you telling me the fuel mix of carbs and sugar is a big leading cause of those things?
Absolutely.
Immediately.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sugar, and the reason why you're experiencing the lack of brain fog with cutting out the sugar is because sugar actually affects the brain like cocaine or like an opioid.
Oh my God. So I remember you mentioned something about like how the brain cannot connect to the cells in the brain, like the signals.
Right. So they're misfiring. If you had missiles that you were setting off and you had a specific destination, but you don't put the right fuel mix in there, then it's gonna misfire.
It's gonna fire the wrong way. But once you put the right fuel mix in there, it will fire in the direction it's supposed to go, which makes you more focused.
It's a very intelligent being, and so if you fuel it properly, it knows what to do.
Dang.
It can regenerate. It can heal itself. And there are a lot of things that our bodies, that whatever we need, the body pretty much can produce it.
Oh my God! So
the problem is we've been diluting it. We've been making it sick. We've been confusing it.
So you mean to tell me that there's, and I know the answer, I'm just asking this for specific foods that will make me last longer in the day and be more focused throughout the whole day and give me energy?
Right. So good fat.
Good fat.
And I'll
so like
give you
bacon.
A few examples. So I would say your coconut oils. Coconut oils are very healing.
Oh yeah. Google coconut oil. You'll see a lot of benefits.
A lot of healing benefits.
Hold on, you said butter, like margarine?
Yeah.
Parquet?
No, not plastic.
Parquet.
Butter.
Okay, so you're saying not plastic.
Not plastic. So
margarine, you referenced that
margarine is like 2 ingredients away from being plastic.
Margarine is 2 ingredients away from being plastic. Literally.
No, it's not butter. I bet it's not butter. It's not.
Oh my God. So you mean to tell me people are eating damn near plastic?
Plastic, yeah.
Like, okay, so how is that even acceptable by the FDA then? Like,
it gets deep. You know,
wow,
it gets deep, and we can
because that's the
discuss that,
Food
but-
Drug Administration are
Absolutely.
allowing companies to serve us
They give you the food to make you sick, so then they can give you the drugs.
right.
to get you hooked on drugs.
That's exactly how it happens.
That's
So the
how
whole
America
game
works.
is so that those companies
So
can
that
stay.
you are fat, sick, and nearly dead, and totally dependent
And on
on their
medicine,
drugs.
right.
Yeah.
So they're feeding us like it's like a herd being led to a
Absolutely.
slaughterhouse.
That's exactly what it's like.
And if you do what the masses are doing right now and following them to the Popeyes chicken lines and the Chick-fil-A lines, etc., that's a slaughterhouse that, eventually you have to buy X amount of medicine.
right.
So good fats are grass-fed butters.
Grass-fed butter, coconut oil, avocado oil. Olive oil is a good fat as long as you keep it cool. That's a misconception. We have a lot of people cooking with olive oil, and olive oil should not reach a smoke point of 165 degrees.
See, stuff like this, like, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Stuff like this is like, you won't be able to retain all this information by just a video like this. You
Right.
have to come into a group and get access to your brain. It's like
Yeah.
you got a lot more information. And I feel like I want to ask some more questions. I'm going to
in the group.
get in the group. I'll post a link to the group so that you guys share this video with the loved one that wants to, lose weight or be healthy.
Feel good.
Feel good. Like, get your
Think
energy
well.
back. Think well.
Right.
Think
It's
focused.
not just about looking good.
And I'll post a link. Just remind me. You can inbox me if you know anybody that needs to restore their health.
Right.
Inbox me for that link, and I will talk to you guys. So have an absolutely amazing day. I'm finna give me some more knowledge. Peace.